Hello and welcome to Back to 8-Bit. Today I'm going to do a very quick video just to take a look at a brand new book that has been released this week, which is the guide to the ZX Spectrum Adventure games from 1982 to 1985. Now, when I think of adventure games, it always reminds me of the Crash magazine issue number 4 from May 1984 with Oliver Frey's artwork, which featured a character with the words "What now?" reflecting in his eyes, with the recognisable L character that you can probably all be extremely familiar with when playing adventure games on the ZX Spectrum. Anyway, we'll take that away and let's focus on this book. Now, I'm not going to flick through this in any great deal because I don't want to give away any spoilers. And to be honest, if you do want to enjoy this book in its full glory in your own time, then please turn off the video, go and buy the book and enjoy it. If you do want to see more, and this is something that is taken you of interest, then yeah, pop over to Amazon and place your order. I totally fully recommend it. I only received this book in the post a few hours ago, so I do I haven't had a chance to have a proper look through it myself yet, but from what I've seen in a few articles that I've read, I have found it extremely impressive. And it is paperback, but it is extremely thick. There's over 600 pages in this book, so it's quite a detailed book, and it's not thin by any means. And I know there's been quite a few books in the retro industry of late, but this book I'm really impressed with because not a Kickstart project. This is a book that was written and developed and brought to market by Shaun McClue and sold on the Amazon website. So people didn't have to invest in this. You haven't had to pre-order it. You haven't had to wait 12 months for it to be released. We've all been made aware of this book in the pipeline through news groups and Facebook groups, and we've all been looking forward to it. But nobody had to pay a penny for this book until it went to market. You bought the book on Amazon and it gets delivered a few days later. And that's exactly how this book has got to me. So complete kudos to Shaun for taking on all the risks himself and producing this remarkable book. So we'll have a quick look through. And so it is just a quick look because I want you to go out and buy this book. I really think you need to show your support and buy this book yourself. But there's a lot in this book, and in the contents there's a brief history of interactive fiction. There are several interviews inside this book as well. You've got the contents that list all the adventure games that have been included, and we'll flick through some of these now just to give you an idea of the volume and the sheer quantity of these of the contents of this book. Quite a lot. And inside the book, each game features screenshots, inlay images. There are screenshots of what some of the commands you're doing and some advice about the game. There are maps included in the game. So there's a lot going on in this book. And to be honest, I had no idea there were so many adventure games for the ZX Spectrum between the years 1982 and 1985. And in fact, having a quick look through this now, I still think there are a few games missing from this catalogue. Some of my favourite adventure games were games like Peter Pan or Legend, Eric the Viking, and again, these are all 1984 games, but I haven't seen them in this book. However, I could be wrong because I've only had a quick look through, but I have tried to search through some of the titles that are covered in this book in detail. I haven't seen any of those listed here. And the other thing that I would probably recommend for a book like this is that there's no index at the back. So because there's so many games in this book, you need to be able to look through the index in alphabetical order and go and find the book, go and find that adventure game inside this book. But instead, you are searching around for it, or searching through the contents page to see if an actual game is included or not. But that's just a small gripe, and I think that's part of the adventure, isn't it? And it's quite apt. It is an adventure because you can go and search for it yourself and go and find, just take your time and read through this book in more detail yourself. But yeah, it is really, really good. I certainly recommend you having a look at this book. It is available on Amazon on Kindle format, or you can buy the paperback like this one here. And I hope you enjoy it.